Hey guys, this is a walkthrough of the Boho Rainbow Digital Teacher Planner. In the file, you will have the option to either download the one that is a July start or a January start. It is the same file. The only thing that is different is the layout. So this is the January start one. All of the pages are the same and are identical. The only thing different is the layout. I will be using personally the July start, so just know that if you do decide to use the January start, it is identical. Like I said, just this is different. I started to edit in this one, so that's why I kind of want to show you this walkthrough in this planner. Of course, you can also edit in Google. So if you're not sure how to edit a digital teacher planner in Google, go back to my YouTube channel. I have a whole tutorial on how to edit all of my planners in Google Slides. You can use it on an iPad, on a computer. You can also download that Google Slides option into PowerPoint and use all of your selected fonts. So this is the cover. The cover can be accessed by clicking on this teacher mug down at the bottom. And as usual with my planners, you have the Google Drive option, an index button, stickers, templates, and then of course your monthly tabs. I tried to do something different with this planner so you can kind of customize it and make it your own. I had a request for so many teachers to ask how they could add their own pages into this planner. So that's part of the reason why I did a blank tab section. So let's say you have a specific form that your principal wishes you fill out all the time. You can easily put that in tab number 1 and put that file inside, and it's labeled here. So let's go ahead and go back to the beginning, and I'm going to give you like a walkthrough through the planner. My iPad is a little outdated and needing some updates. So I need to update that as soon as I'm done. So just bear with me. And hopefully my Apple Pencil does not die. So as usual, the first page is just name, room number, grade, and school. If you tap at the bottom right, it'll bring you to the next pages, of course. So this is just a quick tips for use, how you can get to all of my tutorials and other planning items. But what's important about this page is the hex codes that were used in this planner are listed right here. So when you're trying to add your colors for your writing, you would go to custom and then type in the hex code, add to presets, and it would show up here, okay? So let's go ahead and go through the planner. So we have our thank you. Then we have an academic calendar where you can write the year right here and then put a screenshot of the calendar from your district, or if you just want a generic year at a glance. This is an undated planner, so you can use it year after year. You have your goal section for your 5 focus goals for the year, and then your word for the year. And then we have our index. It looks like a lot, but you have lesson plans, your yearly glance, your standards, passwords, schedule, small group, gradebook set, which you have 4 sets of gradebooks, and each gradebook has room for 6 classes. Each class has enough for 30 names. Your daily checklist, weekly checklist, student info section, communication with your parents section, data tracking, professional development, and notes. Then you have your 8 blank tabs. So like I was saying, if you wish to have tab 1 maybe might be your duty schedule, you can absolutely do that and write on tab 1 what it is. And all you would need to do is either take a picture of that duty schedule or possibly maybe just import the PDF if you wish, and you could just put it right on tab 1. If you notice down here, it says tab 1, and you can insert it right here on the toolbar using the picture button or your images, okay? So, but the best part is that I have it labeled in my index, so if I don't remember what I put on tab 1, I wrote it down. And you can always change it, of course. So, your index is linked to all of your tabs, but of course you can access your tabs up top as well. So, after that, we have a nice little quote page, and then you have your passwords log. You can always duplicate this if you need more room. Then we have our lesson plan section. The index will link you to this page. Why this page? Because there are 5 lesson plan templates behind that page. And if you don't wish to use all of them, you only want to use one, then you can delete the ones you do not need because the index will bring you directly to that lesson plan cover page. So that means you can delete any ones you do not want. So like I said, you have 5 different versions. We have some with the the days going down the side, in different amounts of columns, and then we have some with the dates up top. So you can duplicate this page and insert it in your months, or you can just leave a lesson plan section. That way you can just have all your lesson plans in one spot. It's easy to export. You can export this page and simply just export it as a PDF and then email it. So you can airdrop it to your computer, you can email it or text it or just add it to your Google Drive. Either way, if you need to turn in your lesson plans that way, you can do that without having to print. So again, we have a couple different options for lesson plans. Then there is a yearly plans where you just want to kind of lay out maybe your chapters for the year or anything else. Of course, you can duplicate this page if you need more than one. Then you get to your standards section. Just like the lesson plan section, the index will bring you to this cover page because the standards section, you may need more than one page. So you can easily duplicate this page by coming here to, I like to call it the waffle. The page that you are currently on will have a blue square around it, and you will click select and that page, and then you will click copy. It may take a little bit to copy because there are so many links on the page, but you would click done, the drop down arrow wherever you want to insert it, and you would say add page after, and you would say current template or paste page. And that would give you another page of that exact same standards page, so you could put maybe your reading standards on one, your math standards on the other. But it does not matter because your index will link you to this page. Okay, so that's your standards. Then you have your daily schedule page that is linked on the index as well. And then we have a specials schedule just in case you need that, because like at my school, we have a different planning where my students go every day for specials. Then you have your gradebook. So like I said, you have 4 gradebook sections in this planner. A gradebook section includes 6 class lists, and each class list includes 30 blanks. So with what I use it for is I only teach math. So therefore I only need my blocks math grades, and we also keep track of their conduct grades for rewards. So I label each of them as so, and you can obviously use the stickers that's included instead of my terrible handwriting that I'm trying to rush and do. But I like to label these so that way as I'm going through, and I'm also going to name this first 9 weeks, first grading period, whatever you guys use. So whenever I come to my gradebook linked from the index, it's going to bring me here. Okay, so I know I need block 1 math grade, so I'm gonna click block 1, and it brings me to block 1 math. Now I can go ahead and write my students' names. If you have a class that's like the same, then you would just copy and paste these instead of writing them 10 times. So you would do that with the lasso tool. Circle around, tap on it, tap on it, hit copy, and then you would just go to wherever you wanted it and then press paste. Okay? You could also take a picture of your class and insert the names just like that as well. That's another option. So if I'm putting grades here and I'm ready to go on to my next class, I'm going to go back to the gradebook cover. Then I'm going to click on Block 2 Math, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm done doing this class. I want to go back to the gradebook. I'm going to click Block 3 Math, and so on. So I like to use the stickers to edit this and make it cuter than my handwriting, obviously. But you have enough room for 30 students, and you have enough for 6 classes. So again, my index is going to bring me to this page. So let's say first 9 weeks is over. I'm ready to go on to the second 9 weeks. I'm going to click Next Gradebook. And here is my second 9 weeks. Again, you do not have to rewrite all of your students' names. You could simply copy and paste them onto the list. So you have 4 different gradebooks, and they're all linked there. And you'll notice the last gradebook because it doesn't have a next gradebook. So that is your gradebook section, and all of these will bring you to the cover of that 9 weeks gradebook. Then you have your daily planning template. This is also linked on the index. You can copy and put this wherever you would like. Personally, I just fill it out every day, erase what I don't need. The next day, whatever I didn't get to stays on it, but that's just me. But you can absolutely copy and paste it anywhere. You can duplicate it, have 1,000 copies. It does not matter, okay? Then you have your weekly planning page. Same concept, copy and paste if you wish, or you just have the weekly plan just redone every day. Then you have your student information. This is linked in the index as well. It will bring you to this page. And then you have your student information. The reason why the index will bring you to this page is so if you need one of these for each class and you need multiple sheets of these, you would duplicate it the same way that I showed you by using the select and clicking on it and clicking copy. And then you would just duplicate it however many times you need for each class. So we have name, number, birthday, transportation, services, and notes. I like to make it big. There we go. After that, you have your parent communication section. This also applies to just like what we just talked about with the student information. The index will bring you here, and that way you can duplicate this page however many times you need. This is for when you need to document speaking with a parent, that student, date, which method of contact, and then any notes. What's great about this is if I am speaking to a certain student's parent and I want to be able to access it quickly, Goodnotes has a search tool that you can easily search everything. So let's say I am in a meeting with that child's parent and I want to bring up all documentation on that child. I'm going to click right here in the search toolbar and I'm going to type in his name. And everywhere I wrote his name will show up. So we have when I documented with his small group, along with so if we search his name, everywhere I wrote his name will come up. So I have the parent communication that comes up, and then also when I met with him in small groups will come up. If there's a place where I wrote him in my grade book, that would also come up as well. So that's one of the best parts about writing their name in the parent communication. So even if you used this, not just for one specific child, just as you communicate, you can search for that child and access it instantly. After that, you have your meeting notes, which is linked again on the index. Will bring you to this page, so you could duplicate these pages as many times. I have it with the dots, so that way it makes it easier since you don't have lines. And then I also have it without. Again, what's great is you could use the search tool. So if you have a meeting on a certain topic, you can search that topic after you write it. Then we have our professional development, again, linked on the index. Will bring you to this page. So that way you can duplicate the professional development pages. I have dots and no dots, just like the last one. And then I have like a first page and a second page where you can write your key takeaways. Again, this is with no dots. So if you're inserting images from your maybe your pamphlet or your presentation, you could do that here. And then we have our small group documentation, which you kind of got a little bit of a preview in that search tool. Index will bring you to this page, and then behind it, you can write which subject you're working on here, or maybe which class, and you can just write which kids you work with. And then here is where you would document a specific child. So obviously you would duplicate this page as many times as you need, and I just kind of write their name, what grading period we're in, how often do I meet, the date, skill, and any observations. After that page, I have a small group planning page, which you could use for the date, the subject, your grading period, and any members that you're meeting with, and just kind of plan out your week. After that, you have your student data section. This is index, will bring you to this page. And then you have your student data tracker, where you would keep track of each student and their scores as they score things. So here we have assessment name, and then you would keep track of the scores as they go along. You could also list the standards here as well. And then after that brings you into your monthly spreads. Before every single month, you have a monthly planning page where you can do your Focus 5 goals, your events and holidays for that month, any notes, your goals, and then a word of the month. So this is before everyone. So your July or your monthly tab will bring you to the calendar. All you would have to do is swipe left for your planning page, because I wanted this to still be on the tabbed page. So you can easily insert your dates. I think it's easier to click on this little zoomed in part, and I put it here, and then I just start writing my dates. And then if you click this little button right here, it just shifts it over, so you can continue filling in your dates. And then, and then you would click on this little return. If you're here, you click on this little return, and it would bring you down here, and you can continue just filling in your days, like so. So, like I said earlier, all of these are undated. So this is our July calendar, and then as you go in, you can put the date here, and then you have your planning. So I have 5 weekly spreads under each month, just to be sure you have enough, because sometimes it's like it starts in the middle of the week. I'd rather just have enough. So as you go through all of the months, you have them all. So this is when I kind of started to edit. As you can see, I put like my dates. These are some of the stickers that are included. This is just my writing with some highlighting behind it. So if you wanted to do something similar, you could write ELA meeting. And then I highlighted using the hex code that was listed at the beginning, and it just kind of goes behind. So same thing, this one is actually a blank sticker that's in the back, and I just wrote on it. And then the doctor's appointment, professional development, hair appointment, all of that is included in your sticker section. So that's the August page I started to kind of edit, but again, it goes all the way through the end of the year. So June would be the last one in this one, but remember you have that other planner that would end in December if you wanted January through December. Then this brings you to your page templates, which you can also get to by pressing the templates button. This brings you to all your different page templates. So if you wanted to insert it anywhere, let's say you wanted to use this to draw your classroom setup, you can copy and paste that behind July, August, or you can put it inside of tab 1. So you could just click on the waffle, click select, and copy. So now I'm going to go to tab 1, and then on tab 1 I'm going to write that this is my classroom layout. Okay, click on my waffle, and behind that I want to add page after, and I'm going to paste the page. So it now, let's go back. tab 1, I know this is tab 1. Behind tab 1, I have my classroom layout. So I can just draw everything I need and make sure I have that all ready to go. So that is your different templates. You have some squared, 2 squared actually, bigger and smaller, a blank option, as well as lined and dotted options. Okay? Behind that is where we start our tabs, which are linked up at the top, and they're always labeled down here. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we go into our digital stickers. The digital stickers are all linked right here, so you would just find whichever you want and click on it, and it will bring you to that page. So all of these are linked. You have multiple ones. All of the holidays, like no school, spring break, summer break, winter break, I tried to make small and big ones, so that way you can put them in your weekly layouts as well as your month. So this would be something you would use maybe small, and then they have the bigger ones. I tried to do as many holidays as I could remember, and I even tried to include some blank layout ones. So that way if there's some other specific holiday that is specific to your school maybe, or maybe you have LEAP testing or state testing, sorry, as we call it LEAP, then you could use these as well for your calendars. After that, you get to your lifestyle stickers, which you may or may not want to use in this planner, but they are included. And then there are some blanks that are specific to this theme, as well as different holidays and other different blank ones. I tried to include as many different templates as possible. And then this is, if you wanted to use these numbers to insert in your calendars, you could do that as well. I just wanted you to have the option. And then here are some thin blank stickers. So all of those are included in your sticker section. And of course, you go back to your title by clicking on the coffee mug. So again, this is the digital teacher planner, the Boho Rainbow. I do have a Boho Rainbow and a business planner if you're interested in that. But please be in touch if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day.